Alright, now we have the section B of this science topical worksheet for materials. Now we look at question 6. Mary has some objects and she used a hammer to hit the objects to see if they break. So after she had hit the objects, she classified the above objects into two groups. How did she classify her objects? Well, we can say that she classified them according to whether the object breaks easily. Alright. Now some of you may have the hard copy that was issued in school earlier, and your question may be slightly different because over here it says breaks easily and does not break easily. Now some of you all may have it have the older version where it says that it breaks when hit. Alright, so if you give your answer for part A, whether the object breaks when hit or not, we will accept that as well. Okay, now for part B. Now fill in the headings for A and B and classify the objects that May had tested for C, D, E, F, and G. So we will have to fill in the headings, alright, for A and B. So I will write down here for A. Now since this part it says does not allow light to pass through, so for A it will be allow light to pass through, or we can say transparent. Okay, and for B it sinks. Here the heading will be sinks in water, and for B, of course, the opposite of it will be floats on water. Okay, now we will need to put in the objects. Here we got 5 of them. So for plastic cup floats. So I will write down here plastic cup. So this is done. And cork is a material that floats on water as well. Now clay pot is it doesn't allow light to pass through, just like this mirror. And copper coin will sink in water. And last but not least, iron nail. So iron nail. Alright, so that's question number 6. Okay, now we are at question 7. Now study the list of objects. You got metal ruler, toilet roll, plastic bottle, and handkerchief. So fill in the headings for the classification chart and classify the 4 objects under the correct heading. Now we look at the items here. You got sponge, thread, cotton wool. So the other side we have spana, glass, and eraser. Now I observe that those on the right side, they are actually waterproof. Alright, and on the other side, of course, they will be not waterproof. Okay, so we will put in for metal ruler here. Now toilet roll is not waterproof. Plastic bottle is waterproof. And handkerchief is not waterproof. Alright. Now there are some students who give answers as float on water and sink in water as headings. Now we will not accept that. Reason is because it's not a common characteristics. For example, sponge, it will float on water, so this will float. But thread, it will sink. Alright, so we do not use that as a heading. Alright, so that's for question 6 and 7.